When Daniel first introduced Emily to his friends, the reaction was immediate and unfiltered. A few tried to hide their surprise, but others didn't bother. They exchanged knowing glances, smirks tugging at the corners of their mouths. Later, he overheard whispers. "She's plain. She's at least 5 years older than him, right? She's not his type at all." They judged her at first sight, her modest clothes, her simple hair, the fact she wasn't the kind of woman who turned heads in a crowded room. Daniel's best friend even pulled him aside and said, "Man, you could do way better. Think about your future." But Daniel had already thought about his future, and every version of it had Emily in it. They had met in the least glamorous way possible at the public library. Emily worked there part-time shelving books and helping elderly patrons find their favorite novels. Daniel was instantly drawn to her warmth. She remembered people's names, asked about their families, and always seemed to find a way to make someone's day better. When his own mother fell sick, Emily showed up at the hospital with homemade soup and a book she thought his mother might enjoy. She never made a big deal of it, she just cared. Daniel saw what others... He saw her laugh at silly little things, like finding 2 socks that matched after laundry day. He saw her eyes soften when she listened to someone's troubles. He saw the strength in her when life got messy. The day he proposed, it wasn't in a fancy restaurant or on a tropical beach. It was in her small kitchen with the smell of fresh bread in the air and music playing softly in the background. She cried, not because she'd been waiting for the question, but because she never thought anyone would choose her in a world obsessed with appearances. Their wedding was small. Many friends didn't even show up. Daniel didn't care. As he looked at her walking toward him, he knew he was making the best decision of his life. The years that followed weren't easy. Daniel lost his job once, and they scraped by on Emily's income for months. They lived in a cramped apartment, fixed their own furniture, and rarely took vacations. But Emily never complained. She encouraged him, believed in him when he doubted himself, and celebrated every small win as if it were the greatest moment of their lives. 10 years later, Daniel had built a successful small business. They had bought a cozy home filled with books, plants, and laughter. Arriving at the school reunion, Daniel felt a wave of nostalgia wash over him as he walked in with Emily by his side. Emily wore a simple navy dress, her hair elegantly pulled back, radiating an understated beauty that captivated the room. Yet somehow she turned heads, not because of glitter or glamour, but because she carried herself with grace. The same people who once laughed now whispered, "She's amazing, he's a lucky guy." Daniel didn't need their approval. He had known the truth from the start. Beauty fades, trends die, and money comes and goes, but the woman walking beside him was the kind of treasure you never stop being grateful for. And he still thanked God every day that he hadn't listened to the laughter